The Follow Me tool is pretty remarkable in that you can take a shape and actually follow a path to create incredible details. This works to both add geometry or cut away geometry. To use the tool, you need a single surface or shape, and you need a path for that shape to follow. But that simple combination is powerful. If you haven't previously opened the large toolset, do so now. Then open the exercise file to follow along with Follow Me. There are several ways to use the tool. In our first example, we'll use the tool manually. Choose Follow Me and click once on the shape surface. Then move your mouse cursor along the path. Any series of connected edges can function as the path. So in this example, I can choose to turn a corner this way, or back up and choose a different edge to follow. Because I clicked once to start this example, I can easily try different paths, and when ready, I'll click a second time to complete the form. Now undo to practice this again, and watch how you can actually extend the shape back to the starting point. Undo and create several versions for practice. It's good to know how to use Follow Me manually, but more often you'll be using the second method where you pick the path first. Go to our second example, and here we have 3 scenarios for you to try. With this method, you'll select your complete path, then choose the tool, and then click on your shape to complete the operation. Try it yourself. Select this path with a selection window. Make sure you have all of the segments of just the path. Then choose the Follow Me tool, and don't worry that your path is no longer highlighted. Just click on the shape to finish. This same method works fine when your path is part of other geometry. You still select the various edges needed to create a fully connected path. Then choose Follow Me and click on the shape. Sometimes this leaves the original shape, but just erase it as needed. Another fast way to select a path is to select a single surface. By selecting a surface, you are effectively selecting all the edges that make up that surface. So for this example, just click once to select this top surface, then choose Follow Me and click on the shape. By the way, you can assign a keyboard shortcut to Follow Me to make things even faster. I can select the path or surface, press my keyboard shortcut, and click on the shape. You can assign keyboard shortcuts through Sketchup's preferences. Now, before you run off creating all sorts of amazing Follow Me models, you need to understand the relationship between the path and the shape. Let's look at the third tab and examine the path and shape options we have. In this first example, you can see that these shapes are aligned with the first edge of their paths, but are separated by some distance from that edge. That distance won't matter. The results will always start from the beginning of the path, regardless if the shape does or does not. Our next example also has 3 identical paths, but in this case the shapes are not aligned with the starting edge. We have one shape that is starting on the outside edge of its path, one shape positioned on the inside, and another that starts even further outside. The resulting geometry will reflect where the shape was in relation to that starting edge. Our final example is to show how it won't matter if the shape is skewed in relation to the path, as all three of these shapes are. When you follow me, the resulting form will start perpendicular to the path edge. However, do observe that two of these examples still had a lower edge that were parallel with the ground plane, and that results in a form that has a bottom surface also parallel with the ground plane. This top example is rotated both in relation to the starting edge of the path, but also in relation to the ground plane. And the resulting form reflects that. It still has a starting surface perpendicular to the path, but the bottom surface is tilted, as was the original shape. With this introduction to the Follow Me tool, our next lesson will focus on using it as a lathe.